Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and we got some Spider-Man 4 reports. Now, first things first, it's rumour, so take it with a pinch of salt, but it could be true, who knows, parts of it could be true. It's just the way they're announcing this filming date. Yes, apparently the date of them starting to film is what's being reported here, as well as the possible director. It sounds a bit, could that be true or not? This isn't official. This does not come from Sony or Marvel, so again, we'll take it with a grain of salt, but we'll have a look at what it says. So Spider-Man 4 reportedly set to begin filming this fall. Justin Lin may be in the mix to direct. Yes, so we're still waiting on Sony Marvel to make an official announcement regarding Spider-Man 4, as in the fourth solo movie featuring Tom Holland's take on the wall crawler, but reliable insider Jeff Snyder has shared some long-awaited production updates in the latest edition of his newsletter, which, by the way, is behind a paywall. Yeah, great insider he is, huh? Yeah, pay me to see the articles on rumours. So the news broke last night that the third season of Euphoria has been put on hold, and Snyder believes this was at least partially down to star Zendaya's commitment to return as MJ for the next Spider-Man movie, which will likely begin filming this September or October, even though who says she would be in it? That's one of the things we can look at in another article. There's actually two articles. One dropped yesterday or the day before, and this one's here. So No Way Home director Jon Watts is not expected to return, and Snyder has heard that Justin Lin, who helmed 5 of the Fast and Furious movies, as well as Star Trek Beyond, was in the mix to direct and may still be. There are sure to be other filmmakers in contention, however, including the previously rumoured Drew Goddard. Now here's something we have to kind of talk about regarding them saying Jon Watts isn't expected to return, because apparently one of the holdups with this movie is that Sony want Jon Watts back to direct it, but Kevin Feige doesn't want him to come back to direct it. He wants him to do other projects, probably for Marvel. There's also kind of a big pushback from Sony, apparently, again, this is all apparently, that they want it more street level, grounded, but Marvel, Feige, wanted to continue and push more of the multiverse stuff. And of course, people were always talking about, are they going to bring back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield again? But that's where we go to that other article, same website, and it was saying Spider-Man Far From Home ended with Mysterio revealing the hero's secret identity to the world, with the fallout taking center stage in Spider-Man No Way Home. The web slinger turned to Doctor Strange for help, only for the spell meant to make everyone forget Quentin Beck's actions to go wrong and tear open the multiverse. Which did it really? Because nothing connected to anything, in sense of you didn't have to see Spider-Man No Way Home to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and none of it was connected to Loki, yet it was all supposed to be setting up the multiverse. It was very stupid and confusing. So after teaming up with his fellow Spider-Man, the teenager had no other choice than to get the sorcerer to cast a new spell, which would make everyone, including his friends and family, forget Peter Parker ever existed. It's interesting that they say, and family, because he's no family left, because Aunt May died and that. So the world still has Spider-Man, but MJ, Ned, and even his fellow Avengers have no recollection of the man beneath the mask. According to Cosmic Circus, that will be a pivotal point in the upcoming Spider-Man 4. And they're saying the idea now moving forward is to give him a sense of independence. In his mind, Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man lives on. Since he has either lost or detached himself from everyone he's ever loved, all he has to keep him going is being Spider-Man, whether the city loves him for it or not. And as the title of Spider-Man continues to consume Peter's life little by little, Peter Parker will take a back seat and continue to fade from existence slowly. This story point can be compared to Robert Pattinson's Batman in The Batman. No, it could more mirror Batman altogether, because, as everyone always says, Batman isn't the cover Bruce Wayne is. You know, the actual persona is Batman. The secret identity is Bruce Wayne. That's how Batman got so far into being Batman. And that kind of sounds like what they're talking about here. But if they're now saying it's going to start filming this fall, but according to this, they don't even have a director, and there's still, like, all the other reports are still saying that Sony and Marvel just cannot come to an agreement on this thing. That Sony wanted street level, grounded, lower budget, and to get it filming as soon as possible. And Kevin Feige is the hold up, and Kevin Feige is the one that's saying, no, it needs to be this, we want it to be that, and it has to do this, and it has to do that, and it connects to this, and opens that. And it's just kind of sounding like a mess. And the irony is, Marvel don't own this character, you know? That Sony don't have to agree anything. And, like, as far as we're aware, there's no contract signed between these. There's no extension. They fulfilled their full term of 3 movies. Tom Holland, as far as he keeps saying, he hasn't signed any new contract. And from what we keep hearing from Sony themselves, as well as Marvel, there's no contract signed yet. So, how are they exactly going to start filming this quickly? Time will tell. Like, if Jeff Snyder's right and he's heard this, and this, I would assume then by end of this week, maybe next week, we'll hear, maybe not a filming date, but at least a director. And if that's announced, then of course you would have to get it announced that new contracts have been signed. It's going to be an interesting one. And as for Zendaya, whatever, again, if he's getting all consumed with Spider-Man and clearly doesn't want to put them in danger, which was evident at the end of the last movie, because he goes back to the diner thing to try and start a new relationship with MJ. And once he saw her and Ned happy, he didn't. He left them be. He didn't say, oh, I'm Peter Parker or anything like that. He literally walked out, left it. It was like, they're happy, they're safe. I would jeopardize that. So there's no guarantee that she would be in it. You know, if anything, it sounds more like it was the perfect opportunity for them to introduce this version of, like the Tom Holland's version of Gwen Stacy. We'll wait and see what kind of news actually comes down. Whether or not this rumor is true or not. We'll keep our ears to the ground. So, with that, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's keep the channel growing. Why not? That's what we're here for. I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.